What's up, fam? Gonna do a little vlog life update. I've had lots of questions in the DMs on my Instagram, and I just figured this would be the easiest way to jump on here and address those. So welcome, new people, old people, friends, family, everyone. So we'll just jump right in here. Most of the questions that I've received have been on just life changes, food changes, how I manage things with travel, stay on track, how fitness has changed for me, and if you've been following my story for a long time, and you guys can look on my Instagram feed, my body has been all shapes, sizes. I have worn a lot of hats over the years in my life, and I'm very, very proud of that. And I guess the best way for me to answer that now is I will always be an athlete, but the definition of athlete and how that applies to my life right now has definitely changed. I am very proud of the past CrossFit athlete that I was. And all the different things, I did Spartan races. I did all different kinds of fitness. I enjoy Orange Theory, which, it's just a great way to involve community, stay fit. It's easier on my body. And I'll jump into this a little bit later. I'm getting ready to travel to Omaha, Nebraska. I just finished up my travel x-ray contract in Lynchburg, Virginia, which was definitely bittersweet. It is a place that I consider home, and it was a very, I'll be honest with you guys, a very emotional drive home. I just got home yesterday with the bad weather and everything, because I consider it a place where I bloomed as a person. I was loved for who I was, current me, like the current me, not like the past me. Very highly respected. I loved everyone that I worked with. So I'm getting ready to transition to Omaha, Nebraska, which I was there a year ago. So I'm really excited to work with a new team and see what life presents me there. But anyways, how I manage things like with travel and stuff like that. So it's definitely doable, but I like to say that I'm an athlete of life now, guys. Like, you don't always have to have a body goal. You don't always have to be hanging on to like this past version of yourself. Like, it's really easy for us to get caught in the comparison game of, thinking of the person that we used to be, whether, whatever it is that we looked like. Maybe it was a relationship that we were in, a friend circle that we were in, different things that we were doing, a job, career, whatever. Like, you can honor that person, but not be stuck on, like, I like to say, like, hoarding that person. It's like emotional hoarding and, just clutter and hoarding in general. You don't have to be stuck on that. Like, we are new people every single day, and we need to learn to embrace the person that we were, like, love that person. They will always be a part of you, but it's not who you are in present day. So, man, I like to say I'm an athlete of life, motherfuckers. Like, as long as I am the best x-ray tech that I can be, I am strong enough to lift my patients, move my patients, do what I have to do. I have a very physically, emotionally, mentally draining job. Anyone who works in healthcare, I don't care what you do, especially if you work in the ER or a very high stress area of healthcare, it's very taxing on the body. We have to be able to do the jobs the best we can. And that's really all I'm concerned about. I want to perform the best in my business, like for my clients, as a nutrition coach, mentoring anyone out there that needs it, being the best version of myself possible, whether it's a friend, a coworker, a family member, just an all-around good human. That's what I'm concerned about most. I'm 42 years old. I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not 30 anymore. Thank God. My 40s have been phenomenal. And I joke around. My favorite F words are going to be freedom, food, flawsome, because we all flawsome. And 40, baby. Embrace your 40s. Embrace your age. Age with wisdom and grace. Because they've been awesome to me. As long as I'm all of these things, obviously I want to feel good in my skin, and I want to look good, and I want to look good naked, and I think I look good, pretty good naked. I mean, I'm not disappointed in myself, but as long as you have things, in place, like you have your foundation in place, like, you hydrate, you drink your water, you're eating nourishing foods, whole foods the majority of the time. You don't have to be perfect, guys. I'm not rigid, strict carnivore. Have been dabbled in it, maybe when I was first beginning, but I like to say I'm a liberal carnivore. I like to live with flexibility because it's life. This is real life shit up in here, y'all. Life isn't perfect. You got to learn to roll with it. We're normal people. All of us are normal people out here with normal jobs, normal human shit that we're dealing with. You don't have to be perfect all the time, but you do need to be consistent, and you do need to be a person that keeps commitments to themselves. So the foundational things that I always have set, I hydrate, I drink my water, I make sure I eat nourishing foods. I am carnivore about 90% of the time. I like to say, try to stay 80-20, guys. If you stick to that 80%, that makes the biggest impact on your life, and you stay flexible with that 20%, whether it's like, treats, I like my occasional social alcohol, and I've had lots of questions about my sobriety. Guys, I have, refrained from caffeine. I've cut out coffee. I've cut out alcohol, and I definitely needed those periods where I needed that. But to be my authentic self, I'm sorry, y'all, I like my shot of bourbon and my sips of bourbon every once in a while. I work in a very stressful environment, and it is nice to numb things. It is a numbing mechanism. It's not something that I abuse, but I like to say that I enhance experiences with the things that I consume, my behaviors, people I surround myself, whatever it is that I do. I'm very intentional about what I do. I am very self-aware. So I use these things with purpose. I enjoy going out and having a social beverage with a friend. Now, I'm not taking umpteen dozen shots and dancing on the bar and, drinking a whole bottle of shit and feeling like crap the next day. Have I done that before? Hell yes, I have. I got some really good stories. But anyways, we're not going to go into that. I know how to use those things with respect, and it's okay. It's okay to experiment. It's okay to change your mind. We're not the same people all the time. You don't have to do what society tells you have to do, or whatever box or camp or whatever label you're trying to slap on there. Bottom line, you got to do what serves you. For me, it's carnivore, 90% of the time. Sprinkle in my occasional, alcoholic beverages because I enjoy them. I use them with respect, and caffeine. My occasional treats, freaking love me a cookie every once in a while. And just know, like, if you consume certain things, there's probably going to be repercussions, and you're just going to have to live with it. Like, we are spirits living this human, experience, and our bodies all react differently to different diets, different workouts, all different kinds of things. And you have to be okay with that. Like, feel safe in your body and trust your body. Like, it knows what to do. You don't have to take all these crazy supplements, do all these crazy workouts. Like, it's just consistency. So nourish your body, hydrate, eat good whole foods the majority of the time, get your movement in, work out. We weren't made to be sedentary, guys. We were made to move. We were made to go out and move and be active individuals. I had to split up my workouts. I've had a lot of questions about workouts. I had to split them up. I'm traveling a lot. My schedule changes with each travel assignment. I was second shift when I was in Lynchburg, so I had plenty of time in the mornings. I'd get up, get my cardio in, get plenty of walking in. Then I'd go lift before I went to go get in, go to work, because lifting is important. Muscle is the organ of longevity. Am I doing this to gain tons and tons of muscle? No, I just want to maintain what I have and be a strong, active, athlete of life, a strong, healthy individual that, feels good, looks good, can go out there and be functional. Like, that's what's important. I did write some notes down here, so I want to make sure that I touch on everything for you guys. So if you have to break up your workouts depending on your schedule in life, do that. Sometimes it's 20 minutes, I go for a walk, or 30 minutes here and there, I'll stop by a Planet Fitness. Or I'm like, okay, I have time in the evening to go get my lift in. I need to do this at this time. Like, do what serves you. Like, we're all different, living different lives. I think I touched on most of that. Foundations, like you don't always have to have body goals. You guys don't have to slap a label on anything. I like to say carnivore is relative. It's relatable. People know what it is. I like to say that I live like on a meat-based diet. I live on a very protein-heavy diet. I laugh. I live on a steak and whiskey diet. Don't let me lie. Kidding, maybe. But guys, just do what serves you best. That's really all that matters in the grand scheme of life. That you're a good person, you feel good, you like what you're doing, it works for you, it keeps you consistent. Like as I've been traveling, because I've had some questions about that, I will be honest, I have been smashing pork rinds and Greek yogurt on the road because it's the easiest for me. When I get to whatever my destination is, I usually get the, meats and stuff that I normally have. I travel with an air fryer, but I'm at home for just a couple days. But I'll be honest, your girl's been living on fucking water and pork rinds and Greek yogurt. It is what it is. I'll get back on track once I get to Omaha. I'm really excited to get signed up at my gyms that I love. I love Genesis gyms out there. They have like an indoor walking track. And I do plan on getting getting more into my fitness depending on how my schedule kicks my ass, because I'm going to be first shift. I'm going to be working 4-10s, 7 to 5:30. I think I have to work one weekend a month. So it's going to be a big change for me. And so I'm going to have to give myself a lot of grace to ease into that. I'm going to be there until April 20th is the last day on this contract. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm flexible with life. I'm just going to see where it leads me. I would love to come back to Lynchburg. So kind of my tentative plans. I've had lots of questions on that. I kind of feel like Lynchburg is my home now. Like I love Indy. I love all of you guys in Indy, but I kind of feel like I've done Indy and I have absolutely zero, I'll be honest, zero intentions on living here forever. I've already done it. My heart feels at home in other places, but I leave that up to flexibility. So we'll see. Stay tuned. My life is never boring. So I do plan on going to Lynchburg in the future. Maybe when I get done with this contract or whatever. So, kind of tentative plans there. I think I've touched on most things. I'm not going to make this super long. I've already been talking for over 12 minutes, but you don't always have to have body goals. Honor the person that you were. Honor the person that you are right now. Do what serves you best. If you guys have any questions, I have tons of resources on my account. You can click on the link in my Instagram bio. I have tons of guides there that I've created for free for you. I had a client call today. I take clients every day, guys, especially while I'm traveling. I have about a week off before I start, so I have lots of flexibility. If you guys want to book a call with me, I take those every day. So just send me a DM. That's the easiest way. I'll give you my cell phone number and you can just text me. I'm very easy to communicate with. But honor your past. You're not your past. It doesn't need you anymore. So grow, do what you need to do to be your healthiest self. These are just some kind of tips and things. Break up your workouts if you need to, and nourish yourself the best that you can. So I hope that this answered y'all's questions. I love y'all. I'm going to go spend some time with my family. I'll get this posted for you, and reach out anytime that you need. Bye, guys.